Hey guys, welcome back to Sacred Therapy. If you're new here, I'm as AZ. Cause sometimes the the audio reader be making up stuff and that's not accurate. Spirit's been calling me to do. I think we're gonna get some divine counterpart, high level soulmate messages, maybe some reading. I don't really know right now what it's gonna be about yet. I just get these nudges. I'm getting called to pull from the Numinous Astro deck. Yeah, so this is that the astrology symbol. So we could be, these could be signs, uh, sun, moon, Mars, Venus, Uranus, Jupiter, Neptune, and Pluto rising. Because back when I studied astrology, Pluto was considered a planet. So we're going to leave Pluto in there. All right. Y'all will have to excuse my voice. It is snowing. It's just that time of year. And when it goes from like extreme temperatures, when we get like 20, 30 degree difference, this is what I sound like while my allergies adjust to the world. All right. So spirit, guardians, guards, ancestors, can we get the collective some characteristics for their counterparts? Okay, now you guys keep in mind this is a general read. So if this doesn't resonate for you, then it just might not be your reading today, all right? Okay. Okay, ninth house. Seeking. So you have foreign travel, adventure, higher education, customs, faith, beliefs, pilgrimages, spiritual quests, aspirations, journalism, religion, gurus, risk taking. Ooh. So spirit is saying that you may have met your person or your divine counterpart, high level soulmate, if you're on the high level soulmate journey and you do not have a twin flame, because not everybody does. But you may meet this person traveling to a foreign place. I'm hearing Cairo, Cairo. Is that a place? I don't know. That's somebody's name. Is that a place? Geography is not my strong suit. I need to get better, guys. I need to get better at that. But yeah, or perhaps you moved somewhere for school, or maybe you took a gap year, um, or maybe you're doing your master's. Ooh, maybe you're doing your master's overseas. Okay, PhDs. All right, get it, get it, get it. With my money crown, yes, success. Get it. Changing our, yeah, changing our, yeah. You stepping into kind of like that zest for life energy. So you may be trying other cultures' customs. Again, I'm seeing a camel. So I'm getting like Middle East, Jordan, uh, Saudi Arabia. I'm getting. Y'all don't come for me in these comments, okay? I'm getting what I'm getting for whoever I'm getting it for. All right. This all love here. All right. Yeah, India, the Philippines. We went to Asia real quick too, okay? Because we got a lot of bright colors. Yeah, so Middle Eastern, Asia could also be like desert areas of Africa. Do y'all got camels? Comment below. If you viewing from Africa, can y'all tell me if y'all got camels? Do y'all got camels? I just, I'm curious. I feel like it's a yes. I feel like this is a stupid question, but hey, y'all gonna have to bear with me. Um, you could also meet them like if you have like a faith-based trip that you took, or a spiritual pilgrimage. They're talking about spiritual quests. So you yourself may be going on a vision quest or going on some type of spiritual quest. Um, you also may just be checking things off of your bucket list and taking adventures, because we only have so long. We're only all here temporarily, right? You also may be traveling for work. We do have journalism on here. Yeah, and then if you are more like religious based, you could be taking like a mission trip or going somewhere and doing some work um, in a country or in a place that is not home to you. So, yeah, I'm hearing like self discovery. Okay, spirit. That's a lot. The number 9 could also be significant. That could be, they could be born in September. They could be born on the 9th of the month. Their ninth house placement could be very significant. What's my social media phone? Ninth house. I'm trying to remember the circle chart. I don't even need my social media phone because I got this here book right quick. Yeah, the houses. That's what I need to refresh right quick. The ninth house. I forget, guys. Y'all gotta bear with me. Ooh, flipped right to that joint. Yeah, so Sagittarius could be significant. Jupiter rules this ninth house, so fire element. So we also have Leo, Aries. Yeah. Excuse me. And blessing me, yes. Yes, the ninth house is also like grad school for the soul and a passport to destinations as yet unknown. Ooh, so if not an identifier, spirit is giving you a little heads up, little clue that you just got your passport. Oh, y'all, excuse me. Woo. This thing has been leaking all freaking day. Thank God we're like this. You know what I'm saying? Thank God it's clear though. So it's literally just like a sinus adjustment. And I turned the heat up in my house like a dummy. And the temperature outside is super cold. So I just made it the temperature difference worse. And now it's leaking like a faucet. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Ooh. The seat of our spiritual quest. It is here that we meet our gurus. Seek counsel with the faculty of the school of life. Oh, that's what I always say on my channel. I've been a student of life all my lives. In some of my video descriptions, I was putting that, so y'all will find ones. I made each of the descriptions different. I've been playing with them. I'll finalize stuff eventually, or I might just leave it how it is. Who knows? That way y'all can see the growth, the channel growth. I feel like that's authentic. You know what I'm saying? Like that's real. Oh, okay. Ruling. So the ninth house also rules writing and the publishing industry. So you or them could be writing for work Oh, okay, authors. Hello. Yes, libraries and sacred texts line the walls of the ninth, the better to activate our intellect and inform our moral compass. Yes, so you guys are seekers of knowledge. Yeah. Learning to cultivate faith in the adventurous unfolding of life as they explore the line in the sand where truth seeking ends and righteousness takes hold. The sign ruling this house in our charts is the clues to the principles we embody en route and the cultural mores that most inspire us. Ooh, so you, ooh, in our last reading, we just got, like the reading I posted right before this, it was talking about how seeking, I think it was the reading before this, seeking like a home going. So maybe your ancestors are from a place, especially if you live in the U.S., maybe your ancestors is from a place that is not like where you currently reside, and you would need to take a trip to go there. So it may not be like foreign, but it is unknown to you, right? Yeah, it's talking about a home going. Yes. So it's after achieving a level of self mastery. It says, ultimately, this card is in service of you becoming an experiential learner who bows at the altar of personal truth. There's also a reflection journal prompt, the teacher you have learned the most from, and how you are embodying their wisdom. Okay, Spirit, I feel you calling me to use that. They was like, baby, pull that out. They need to look at this. They need to look at why you talking about these birth charts and everything else. So in my earlier readings, a lot of the ones on my channel that you will see with a table, I do talk about birth charts a lot. It is something that I deep delved into a while ago. Spirit, we got any more astro? Okay. The sixth house, craft, work, details, health, well being, diet, service, daily rituals, contribution, organization, purification, skills, apprenticeship, and method. Alright, guys, I'm gonna have to be like going off camera so I can stop up this faucet that is my nose right now. But yeah, here's a closer look at card 9 in case anything like jumps out at you guys. And then this is a closer look at card 6. I feel like you also may be going, yeah. It's a mastery of your ninth house for, doing things that scare you anyways, like having that feel like an adrenaline, but also taking care of your craft, taking care of your sixth house, your your well-being, your daily rituals, and service. So this is also about like fulfilling your purpose, your human crafts. Okay, we're gonna get the sixth house too, because this says all right. This one is the sign Virgo, planets Mercury, Earth. The sixth house is our solo lab in the deepest woods, complete with medicinal elixirs and epic lone wolf walkabouts. Naturally ruled by witchy herbalist Virgo, this house teaches us to harness the resources on hand, trust in the process, and bow down to our bodies in all their infinite wisdom. Yeah. Often described as the house of work and health, this house shows how we metabolize the daily. What are we taking in and putting out? How do we meet the micro moments of our lives with magic and majesty? The sixth house invites us to feast at a table for one, knowing that the spread before us is grown from our own garden and we don't have to scramble for seconds. Planets placed here are taking it one precious step at a time as they master the teachings of solitude to show up fully functional for the collective. After the fifth house party, the sixth finds us cleaning up in the sober light of day, reckoning with what's really real and regarding cracked surface in its perfect imperfection. When you pull this card, you're ready to be refined by the contours of the physical world and are asked to explore where some solitude and a healthy sense of realism can help you realign to your internal code. Why do you feel pressured to make a decision right now? Gather information like herb bundles, noticing exactly what you need and what no longer tastes sweet. There's a sense of quiet queenliness to this energy, and you're being invited to notice exactly what you give your body and how it feels to receive it. Treat your body as the barometer of your emotional landscape and polish your vessel with precious care. Journal prompt: a shopping list of ingredients, colors, scents, foods that can support your body today. I might do these journal entries. Okay, that's noise. I like that. I like that. All right, so spirit is looking it up. Self reflection. Okay. Wow, now we have the planet Saturn. Discipline, structure, time, responsibility, tests, ambition, difficulty, restraint, grounding, practicality, self control, tradition, realism, container, bones, maturity, gravity, and scaffolding. Oh, yeah, we gonna look at this planet business for you guys. 51. Because my head is foggy today. Like I said, y'all gonna have to bear with me as I pull out some of these old decks. Having all these old decks memorized is crazy. Hold on. Forgot what page I was going to. Yes, 51. Gotta flip right to Saturn. Happened again. Yeah, Saturn. Form, boundaries, barriers, initiation, trial, labor, sweat, pragmatism, construction, confidence, building, pessimism, authority, figures, patriarchy, and organized religion. The sign of Capricorn and Aquarius. So far we got Sag, Virgo, Capricorn, and Aquarius. Yeah, and it says, "Welcome back to Earth. While we're absolutely made of mystical stardust and all things numinous, Saturn reminds us that to float safely in ether, we've got to anchor down into our flesh and bones and face the boundaries." That was why it says container bones. I was like, that's such a weird word to have on here. Weird combination of container bones. Well, scientifically speaking, sure, okay. That is hilarious. Where was I at? And face the boundaries of this world exactly as it is in the sometimes unforgiving light of day. In our chart, Saturn reveals a tender spot where we long for something we think we don't deserve or will never get. But this sobering planet has a hidden sweetness that reveals itself with sustained, sweaty labor and conscious commitment. During our infamous Saturn return, which happens around the age of 29 and again near 59, we stand on the precipice of free will, mercilessly assessing which structures we need to tear down to build our lives to resound with our soul's calling. In ancient mythology, Saturn was our connection to time and to our own mortality. The hourglass of the cosmos reminds us that although we may incarnate again and again in different forms, we've got just one chance to make it real and right in the here and now. And so we better make it good. Didn't I just say that? Spirit be spiriting. And the homie popped out. Pluto. I told y'all Pluto been a planet. Stop playing with me. Hold on my nose. And I need to get me some of them little soft tissues with the little lotion in it, because my poor nostril. I'm going to get my Vaseline. Y'all mind y'all's business. Oh, this mouth breathing making my lips dry. Mind y'all's business. Yeah, if you don't moisturize your face, how you be doing using them tissues and shit. That's why y'all be walking around, y'all should be like beet red looking like that Kleenex commercial kid. Transformation Central. Okay. Renewal, inner resources, basic instinct, motivation, personal power, evolution, composting, cycles, death, rebirth, subversion, suspicion, obsession, intensity, reckoning, taboos, clearing, and extremes. Where we at? Pluto's always the last. Pluto's always the last one. Stripping, exfoliating, evolution, animalism, primitive, volcano, snakeskin, jungle, grip, grief, core, nuclear power, restlessness, spies, rawness, treasure, essence. Scorpio. Pluto is also ruler of the house 8. Saturn rules. Did I say that? Saturn rules. Hold up, bruh. Change it back. Okay. That page is thick, bro. Yeah, Saturn rules the 10th house. 10th house is career. 8th house. What is the 8th house? It's always some intimacy. This book explains it a little different. Okay, we'll get there. In the belly of our wildest beast and at the center of Earth's molten core, Plato awaits us like a coiled Kundalini serpent, our terrifyingly gorgeous ticket to total transformation. Our terrifyingly gorgeous ticket to total transformation. It's a lot of T's. This planet strips us bare of our creature comfort zones and rocks us to the bottom of our emotional wells. While Neptune slowly dissolves the edges, Saturn sets the blockades, and Uranus lightning cracks our house in two. Pluto hurricanes our habitual grooves out of the ground by their roots and sends us hurtling toward our own vital, brutal evolution. The celestial surgeon, Pluto knows exactly what patterns must be exercised so we can hone our instincts and flourish. In our charts, Pluto shows what we hold so tightly in our hot-blooded hands that we think we can't live without. But every loss is a find, whispers Pluto, and you've got to grieve it to believe there's life on the other side. When we're stripped bare and raw, the land around seems barren. We are left only with the parts of us that can never be stolen. And step into your real shit. That's why it has snake skin on there. Because what do snakes do? They shed their mask. They shed their skin. They be like, I don't know that. Get out of here. Alright, Spirit. Let's do. I was going to say one more final shuffle. And I guess. Ooh! Ooh, that's perfect. Okay. We literally have 2 houses, 9 and 6. The planet Saturn, Pluto, Mercury. If you can't remember everything I said, you can Google 9th house meaning, birth chart, 9th house meaning, birth chart, 6th house meaning, Saturn, planet, spiritual meaning, Pluto, planet, spiritual meaning. And now, let's see what's on these planets. 51. Hercules. Ooh, some of y'all might be channeling that movie. Hercules. Ooh. Alright, star babies. Maybe, yeah, maybe you're feeling like one of the characters in Hercules during this time, or a combination of characters during Hercules in this time. There's a lot of characters in there. I would definitely rewatch that movie, kind of unpack it. I always be feeling like the singing ladies. Hercules, how they be hyping them up. Meg was cool, but also interesting as far as like Disney princess go. Was Hercules Disney? Y'all comment below. When my head feels like smoggy, I don't. My memory is real big boy trash. It'll be okay. Talking about memory, Mercury, communication, words, thoughts, analysis, information, learning, trade, ideas, smarts, reporting, awareness, vision, lens, palette, perception, curiosity, narrative, muse, and wonder. I love how this planet doesn't really have any like negative connotation, which is crazy. But you can overanalyze some stuff. You can take all of these. Like, you can definitely do some negative stuff with your words and your thoughts. And some information. Alright. Mercury. Connection, cleverness, wiring, methodology, symbols, storyline, commerce, coding, chameleon, alchemy, breath, pacing, levity, circulation, sociability, the nervous system. Signs that are ruled by Mercury are Gemini and Virgo. We were just talking about Virgo with the 6th house. Okay. Yeah, my just business. Levity, circulation, sociability, the nervous system. Mercury calibrates the pace of our thinking. It is the light bulb moment that captures our attention, and the reporter writing the storylines that we use to color code our world. Our personal IT maintenance guy. And the technology continues. I'm fucking here for it. Yes. I'm in here. It is a ripple of electricity riding the airwaves with all devices fully charged. Also, the karaoke booth of the cosmos. Mercury wants us to find our particular song and sing it loud and proud in whatever style we choose. Whether planets honeybee buzz and hum shapes how we learn to trust the sun. Hold on, wait a second. I think I lost the line. Whether it's memory soaked, yes, I did. Whether it's memory soaked rhythm and blues or heart on sleeve, bubblegum pop, this planet's honeybee buzz and hum shapes how we learn to trust the sound of our own voices as we master the act of sharing our unique take on the world. Mercury's quicksilver chameleon moves also remind us that a simple shift in perspective can reveal a different landscape in every moment, and that we're always free to change our minds. Know your truths, whispers mutable Mercury, but also allow yourself to collide curiously with the world, becoming a creative channel who shape shifts to meet what rises to meet you. This is the essence of alchemy. Oh, when you pull this card, because we pulled it, you're being asked to shake up storylines and open yourself up to winged ways in and out of a seemingly stuck situation. Solicit new opinions, gather more information, do some detective work to smoke out what's actually true for you in this moment and what's a holdover from a past that no longer fits with your present. Know that no belief is set in stone, and let this mood ring shiftiness liberate you. Mercury is a reminder that no feeling is final and that you get to choose the perspective that works for you. Journal prompts. Make a playlist of songs you want to make your mantras. Did it. That part is completed. I got that already. I got that one. Ooh, what was Pluto's journal prompt? What? How did I miss the journal prompts for the other cards? The planet cards. Hold on, we gotta do a go running back. We gotta find that. Oh, Pluto's journal prompt. The experience that transformed me was. And you don't have to take this question to the dark place. You could take it to the light place. Excuse me. All right. And Saturn's was. Ooh. I am ready to say no to, and then list 10 things that you're ready to say no to. All right. And then bottom of the deck, this is the last numinous astro deck card that we're going to get for this one. Sun being, essence, energy, self-awareness, life force, spirit, creativity, honor, masculinity, distinction, childishness, ego, individuality, solitude, expression, self-sufficiency, shine, heartbeat, and father. Alright, we're gonna get being, y'all. Mind you, all of us have sun energy as a part of our birth chart because your sun sign is in something. That's the main one that everybody knows, okay? So we ain't gonna start arguing about all this energy versus gender business. Alright, we not doing that. Keywords: mission, will, singularity, brilliance, specialness, sparkle, contribution, creation, birthright, VIPs, spotlight, fame, generosity, self-aggrandizement, entertainer, yang. Sun rules over the sign Leo. Also rules the 5th house. And the sun is us, shredding onto the strobe lit dance floor. It is our personal rolled out red carpet, beckoning us to strike a pose for the paparazzi, regardless of the reaction. A coming out party bedecked in the individual creative colors that only we can bring forward in a bedazzling display of our innate exuberance. Not always a sun kissed tropical beach vacay, it can also feel deliciously risky to become more and more of the selves that only we can be. To be the sunbeam, heralding a new dawn at the edge of our known landscapes and inherited patterns. But the sun reminds us that the coat of confining our light to the safety of the spaces we know is always much, much higher. Hold up, let me read that last sentence for the people in the back. No. I'm gonna read the last two sentences for the people in the back. To be the sunbeam, heralding a new dawn at the edge of our known landscapes and inherited patterns. But the sun reminds us that the cost of confining our light to the safety of the spaces we know is always much, much higher. Ultimately, there is no stopping our soul's urge to burst into being. Rather than a list of personality traits, the sun represents our unique earthly mission, should we choose to accept it. Both a dynamic act of unfolding that reminds us why we're here in the first place, and a flare signaling what the world needs from us. So go ahead and work it like no one and everyone is watching. When you pull this card, Sun asks you to consider where you might be keeping yourself small or stifling the urges and desires that make you, you. Or maybe you've gone completely over the top, scrambling to take up space out of a fear of not being seen. How can you reconnect to your personal power and individual flavor, regardless of inner or outer critics? It's time to step away from comparison so you can naturally show up in your creative essence without feeling like you have anything to prove. The sun rises each and every day, regardless, and the world and all its inhabitants would wither away without it. Journal prompt. The gift that only I can bring to the world is. Yeah, see, we was talking about that sun, that masculine energy being what you put out into the world, the physical part. In some of my other readings, this kind of aligns right along with that. And spirit just be like, and confirmation, confirmation, confirmation. Yeah. So these phases. Alright. Since we didn't get any characteristics from that, I'm going to use my Green Witch Oracle and we will get some characteristics, maybe some quirky foods or plants or something that they are into as confirmations for you guys. Feel like that healthy masculine energy is like the final piece of the puzzle, y'all. That's what I'm feeling like. Spirit, guardians. Wow. That's half the deck, Spirit. We gon' whoa. We gon' run that. We gon' pull that back. Hold on. Hold on, Spirit. Hold on. Okay. Yes, the number 5 is also significant. So we could have May. That's Taurus. We'll sit on this. I also see the Sagittarius, so that's double confirmation for Sagittariuses. Person could love potatoes. I love potatoes. Potatoes is one of my favorite food groups. They could also be into tarot, as we have a little tarot deck right here. So they could be into divination, touching base with spirit. They could believe in the esoteric as well. And we have again sun, moon. So they definitely embody a feeling of like two-spiritedness. So in indigenous culture, two-spirit is where it literally is like you show up both feminine and masculine in different ways. All right, and it's a little bit more complicated than that. There's different spectrums of two spirit identities, um, just as there was different occurrences in the different cultures of different tribes, right? Spirit, can we get some more characteristics? I'm sorry I didn't take that big stack, but that was a lot. We already 40 minutes in, got a little carried away with those other. Ooh, yeah, Gemini is also significant. 41. They could be 41 or you. Again, we have the number 5. So angel number 55 could be significant, or you are undergoing big transformation. So we also have the flower snapdragon and ternum mattress. Again, I'm trying to pronounce this Latin words right there. Uh yeah, I feel like you're doing a lot of grounding, so are they. You're doing a lot of purification at this time. Like their groundedness, the purity in their energy, that's really gonna stand out, really gonna set them apart from every other connection. You're looking at like, how do I discern this connection from other connections? And this one was just stuck in my hands. Okay, 32. Here come the figs again. Yes, FIG, fig, which always make me think about that book. I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna find the story of the fig. It's like the second or third time I've seen this. Taurus could also be significant. Again, that is May. So May is coming up. So May could be Aries, Taurus area, vitality. Yes. So they're vital to your journey. You're vital to their journey. It doesn't matter what's occurring in the 3D. Y'all are connected. It just is what it is, right? Like there's no denying. Like inside and out. And then we have the snake guardian is showing up for us to provide that medicine. Now, in the biblical sense, I know we can get caught up in our biblical terminologies, but understand spirit speaks signs and symbols. The guards, the guides, they speak signs and symbols. They don't necessarily understand our human religious beliefs, so you have to look into the sign of the specific animals. And snakes do have a lot of powers when it comes to like regeneration, vitality. Um, they're very self-sustaining creatures. So you have to look more at their like animal kingdom definition in this context versus their like religious connotations. Because then people start getting dissension and arguing about stuff. We're not doing none of that. So somebody could be born on the 3rd or March. Could be significant. Yeah. So you're going to have very strong feelings. Also with this vitality card, I feel like they bring you back to you. And you bring them back to them. Y'all bring each other back to source, right? And y'all's healed feminine and masculine energy. Yeah. Yes. 3. So somebody could like this type of lettuce. We got some romaine. I think this is romaine lettuce. Is that romaine, y'all? What kind of lettuce is this? If you know what kind of lettuce this is, comment below. They could also be into music. There is a like guitar pick, so they could be a musician. And there is lots of desire. Cancer is also the sign that is on this card. We got a little Cancer symbol right here, so I do not be making up these signs, guys. Cancer, we got Taurus, Gemini, and I do believe this is Sagittarius. It's always one of the M ones. If this ain't Sagittarius, then we got Scorpio popping up again, which we also had before. Both of them is on the table. And then, yeah. So, nah, that one is Sagittarius because this one's Scorpio with the little devil. That's how I remember it, guys. This one with the little M thingy, little loopy loop. I believe that's the Sagittarius. If I got it backwards, y'all help me out because my brain be foggy. Yeah, like this connection definitely stands the test of time. It has been for always, and it's gonna always be for always. 39 could be significant. You or them could be the age of 39. We also have 32, 35. I'm putting the 3 and the 5 together. Then we have 36, again 39. If we do it older, it would be 59, 56, 53. Okay. They could really like chrysanthemums. Again, we have the sun energy showing up, timing. So spirit is also encouraging you, or you may be very conscious of like the time that is taken on this journey, the time it took you to realize who your person is, the time it took you to, you know, figure out what to do about it, right? Yeah. I'm also getting feathers. So this is somebody that you've communicated with maybe off and on throughout the years. That the connection telepathically, you can communicate with them all the time, but in the 3D, maybe it's somebody that it just never really had the opportunity to get off the ground with, right? 39, we got 40. So dreams are definitely super significant with this dream catcher right here. I know y'all have seen, it's over there a little bit. I know y'all have seen my big dream catcher. Y'all don't mind my chair and all my coats on that. Yeah, right. Marigolds could also be an important flower. Chrysanthemums, along with snapdragons. I think that would be a cute little bouquet. That would be cute. So yeah, their positivity. And then we also have Leo. See the Leo symbol up there. So Leo showing up again. So Sag, Virgos, and Leo. And we doing like early 30s to early 40s. Right here. Okay, spirit, grown is sexy. Okay. All right. There's a lot of people here. But spirit, can we get some type of tea for them? What could they expect from their next interaction? This counterpart. Their next 3D, let's be specific. We don't want to talk about energy, spirit. Even though we've been talking about energy. Let's talk about the 3D. Let's give the people something. What can they expect? Can the collective divine counterparts expect in their next Ooh, in their next meeting, you can expect that healed, divine, masculine, emperor energy. Yes, because this emperor, he was always chill. Ain't that Prince Eric? Y'all comment below what is the prince's name in Ariel. We gonna have fun with it too, okay? I don't never remember nobody's name. But I could have sworn he was, yeah, Prince Eric. Because Sebastian. Ariel. Yes. You can expect them to show up healed. Ooh, looks like he's coming with an offer. You see how he has his hand extended. And he's looking at somebody with that big smile. They're going to be so happy to see you. So happy to talk with you. So happy to be connecting in the 3D. And y'all just seen that fly out of there. Ooh, you gonna be in your Queen of Pentacles, like boss lady, maybe a little shy. Um, I see how she's hanging out with her friends in her element. I also love the fact, like, y'all remember, like, he's from the land, she's from the sea. Solid, grounded, emotional, going through transformations, a little erratic. I feel like this is divine masculine, divine feminine energy embodiment, like to the T. Shout out to Jalissa's messages, guys. Awesome reader. This is my birthday twin. Dope reader. Completely different styles of reading too, by the way. She been reading for a minute. But anyway, I digress. Got this Queen of Pentacles. So you are in your abundance. They are sitting on their throne. Yes, your 3D presence may be. So for those of you guys, divine counterparts, where your person like embodies the masculine energy in the 3D, we're talking about energy, not gender, but it could be. They may be a little further along in their bag than you are per se. So you may be actually behind a little bit. So these may be my divine counterparts that we don't really follow the norms of like how everybody else is twin flame divine counterpart stuff be working. Okay, we kind of have our own route. Yes, but she's still in her bag, feeling herself. Yes, she's looking good. She is also being her authentic self. So I love that for this card. You see, she has her fins, so she's showing up in her complete mermaid energy. It's so funny. Also, like you guys may view each other in this, like our divine, my divine feminines, may view their divine masculine as like the bar, right? The bar. You said for everybody, right? And they may see you as like a boss lady. Mm. And their friends is like helping them. So I feel like you got friends in the 3D and in, yeah. So not just spiritual friends. I feel like the friends in the 3D, the family in the 3D. We got Flounder and Sebastian looking out for the feminine. And I feel like this emperor could be talking to his guides, his council. What else is going on, Spirit? On our divine counterparts. This timeline is meeting. What are we doing? Up. Yeah. So perhaps you may be struggling with your discernment a little bit for my divine feminines or the counterparts, together because you guys do mirror each other. There is some mirroring that goes down. It does show up in different ways. So take what resonates with your side, leave the rest. All right. But you had just cut off everything that's no longer serving you, or for the most part, because he's still showing up in this. We got Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords energy. So there may be still some mental things, you know what I mean? Because this kind of reminds me of she's going through that transformation um, that her father gave to her, where he gave her legs so she could actually be in Eric's world, but not lose her true self, not sacrifice her voice or anything else. Right. Spirit, what else can you tell us about the energy the counterparts will be in the next time they interact? Or what is gonna go on, maybe? Like, what's the tea? What's gonna happen? What's the tea? Okay. The tea is they're not gonna be in that letting go, let this go again energy. Let that pass y'all by again. It's they're not letting go of this. Yeah, so it is consistently something that cycles back around. Yeah, because why would you? We got time for stupid questions. We in a war. Yes. Okay. So what's happening? I feel like that cycle of like, hey, y'all came together, y'all crossed paths, y'all, exchange those energies or whatever in the 3D. Um, them being willing to put you on a back burner, scratch that. Hell no. Huh. Priority uno, right? Because of all of this desire, like, absolutely. They're no longer in that like hoarder, um, the hoarding of their wealth energy, like this lack mentality, how she's so storing up. They definitely stepping into their abundance. So we have like honest emotional self-awareness happening. We have um the energy of abundance. But I feel like they gonna give you some truths. Not so much that it's gonna scare you and you make you run away, but I feel like they're gonna give you some truths, and they also gonna want to like offer you something, because the Four of Pentacles upright is stingy. Reverse, they're gonna want to offer you something. What are we doing with this? This was also reversed. I know, because I looked at it, it was like that and I flipped it over. But yeah, this emotional rejection that Four of Cups, like, that not taking the offer that's meant for them. Like, you see her looking at all of these cups that she can't have, and the one spirit is trying to give her, she's ignoring. Right. There's no longer that energy. Like, the one spirit is trying to give to you. You are paying attention to that experience this time around in the 3D. Ooh, this is exciting for you guys. I'm loving this. All right, Spirit, what else can we tell them? Without giving them too much tea, because there's a lot of, well, eventually, there's several people here. But there's going to be a lot of people here. And okay. What we doing? We taking this reverse spirit? What we doing? Ooh. All right. There's lots of fear here. Okay. There's lots of fear here. But I see the King of Swords cutting out. So the Emperor in his healed is going to cut out everything that he does not want, everything that is not his wish fulfillment. So the masculine entities has some cleaning up of a side of the street that they need to do. Okay. And why are they doing this cleaning up of their side of the street? Because they don't. The Six of Cups is success and love. It's nostalgia. It is a like divine type of reunion. It's showing up in reverse. So they cutting out everything that no longer serves them, that's getting in the way of the connection, everything that's not their wish fulfillment, because they want to be in a prepared energy so that this cycle really doesn't circle back around in that Six of Cups energy. Yes. We're going to leave the King of Swords in the upright position over top of all of that. That's why I threw them. Like, how we doing this, Spirit? So, yes. And look at that. The Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. As the statue fell under the water. I love this. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. There may be some fear of them not accepting you. Uh, maybe both of your natures, like maybe being too different to fit into each other's world, too different to blend each other's families together, etc. So y'all may go through those trials and tribulations because the sun did show up reverse real quick, but I see you guys tapping into yourselves. I see you guys tapping in to source. And look, we was talking about how like the guardians and the guides are going to complete you in the way that it's going to complement each other, and you need to trust them. The sun is showing up in this reading twice in two different decks. So also in the 3D, this may apply to you if you guys are in the rainbow community. You may be too masculine people or too masculine presenting people, or you just may be both traveling in your healthy masculine energy. Yes. I feel like you guys are going to be feeling maybe not ready, but you're going to do it anyways. Okay? And I feel like spirit is helping y'all do